Really fun. Good evening, everybody. It is 10:10. Punch in and welcome to episode 44 of the NXT Night Shift. I am 1/3 of the Indie Wrestling Guide, and tonight we are standing outside one of the more controversial choices for top of the food chain hamburgers. It is the West Coast Pop, the animal style, the perfect burger for after the strip club, rated the best depending on your coast, I would say. It is In-N-Out Burger. I am Jay Gold, and tonight with me, someone who definitely eats it animal style, the lettuce and tomatoes, the fire-roasted beef patty, the McDLT of the main event, my co-host, the boss man, Mr. OTM. It is Kyle.
It is. I'm here. We're here. NXT Night Shift, second week in a row after taking a week off, and what an episode it was, Jay Gold. A lot going on.
There was a lot happening, and I'm going to say what a crazy wrestling weekend we just passed. The Jersey J Cup was a lot of fun. And to be a sappy dad for a minute, one of my favorite things to do with Harper is go to a wrestling show. It is therapy for us. It bonds us. And I am telling you, as silly as it sounds, take your kids to a wrestling match even once in their lives. It's the most fun thing you could do. I promise you, it will balance you. The Port Washington Youth Activities 5th grade girls basketball team won their 6th game of the season last weekend. The score of 6-4. Much better effort this week. Although we probably shot 20 or 30% from the floor, our defense was rock solid, prompting the opposing coach to say as we left, if we don't win it all, we wouldn't be doing our jobs. Wow. These girls are ready for playoff basketball come March, and only one more regular season game on the schedule. So, as we say, let's order at least $100 worth of In-N-Out to the hotel suite. We have to be at the Spearmint Rhino before 2 a.m., and the strippers are downstairs in the lobby. Tune in to the CW11, and let's go live to the great state of Indiana, home of the Messy Burger Challenge. Located at the Break Room Pub and Grill, this challenge requires eating 4 Crystal Mess burgers, half-pound patties, and 1 pound of fries in 45 minutes and 40 seconds in Argos, Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
We are finally out of January. We are almost done with February. We are ready for WrestleMania season. We believe. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. And you know what? Maybe those rating watchers are driving me insane. I am starting to hate those guys. You freaking losers. It is time
you're talking about.
For the NXT Night Shift. Kyle.
Do we just want to address them right off the bat in the first 5 minutes and call them out?
I just got completely frustrated and done.
You saw the TikTok I sent you, right?
I don't watch TikTok that often. Like I go to it when we're doing stuff, and then I go to it like late at night. So I might not have seen it yet today.
I was referring to fucking Meltzer and what's the other guy's name?
Yeah,
I forget that guy's name. They were somehow complaining about last night's Monday Night Raw, and they said that Becky Lynch's promo wasn't good, even though that promo might have been my favorite thing from Monday Night Raw.
I am completely finished with. Yep, I am completely finished with. Ratings watchers talking to me about ratings of TNA like it's like they drew 240,000 like it is the best thing or the worst thing or the dumb or they can't believe like I've had enough. I've had an absolute enough of ratings watchers, and I just think it's time. It's time get away from me. Just leave everybody alone, and it's not ideal. It's not good.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I do want to address this comment because I do know what is going on right now. I noticed this earlier, too, when the Wrestling Junkies went live. There is an issue right now with X and StreamYard. It is not casting our stream to X. It's been doing that all day for everybody else. So the only way you could be watching us right now is on YouTube, which we do have 11 people watching now on YouTube. So that's not too bad.
Our normal crew on YouTube. So What is going on there? What is the issue with StreamYard? They better refund your money if they're doing that crap.
I was going to say, I am spending $45 a month to keep the lights on over here. So yeah, StreamYard, I would like to have access to all of the streams.
Yes, StreamYard, you bags of crap.
We're not getting a bonus today, that's for sure.
Not today. Hi, my niece. I just want to say hello because she is
she made it.
Always watching, and she always makes it. So no, Shiloh Hill will get a title shot, but I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute.
We got a lot to get to, that's for sure.
Yes, and you know what? Speaking of someone who's a lot, let's go to the phone so that we can.
Yeah, let's get him. Let's bring him in here. We got the lines lighting up once again. They always are. It's Stan from Burlington. What's going on, Stan?
Stan.
Hi. It's me, Stan. From Burlington. I don't know if you remember me.
I think we do, Stan. Yep.
Hey, Jay Gold, what was that name you threw out there when you were talking about the ratings watchers? Did you say Alperit?
Did I what?
Well, who was it? Come on, you didn't remember who it was, did you?
Alvarez. I said Alvarez.
Sounded like Alperit. I thought you meant Bill. Thought you meant Bill Apter, you hack. What about Sean Ross Sapp?
Yeah, but he's not a ratings watcher.
We like him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's Tuesday night.
Yep.
And in the middle of the Olympics, I feel like a reporter from some small town paper that barely got press credentials. I only get to talk to the guys that finished off the podium.
Very good.
Well, unless it was the event testing sporadic employment.
I see what you did there.
But on the bright side, it seems like the bitter cold that has fallen over the country the last month is finally lifting.
That's right.
I can see Jay Gold putting his daughter down to bed at night and telling her, "Spring is coming, young Harper. It will get better." And then silently whispering to himself, "I mean my show." And the event that seems to mark the middle of February, Valentine's Day, is coming up.
Yikes.
Jay Gold's Valentine's Days are the same every year. It's the only time all year when his wife wakes up and decides to take Jeff from down the street up on his offer to go for a run. Though curiously, she leaves wearing heels and a tube top and comes back 3 hours later with her hair in a bun, taking 2 Xanax, having a few glasses of Pinot Grigio, and sleeping through the rest of the day.
Wow.
And Kyle, your Valentine's Day always starts off with your FaceTime call with your mom. "Well, I have fun plans for today. Bogus and I are going to get Slurpees from 7-Eleven, and we're going to watch WWE's 1999 St. Valentine's Day Massacre pay-per-view. Yeah, it was the debut of the Big Show.
Yeah,
no,
sounds like a good night.
No, Mom, I'm loving myself this year. I'm a good Christian. I don't even believe in premarital sex. No, that Christian Mingle date just turned out to be Kine catfishing me. It was so awkward because we both were wearing D-Generation X t-shirts. Come on, Mom, you're the best Valentine I could ever ask for."
Oh boy. This is accurate.
Hey, is Mr. Cincinnati there?
No, he didn't make it tonight, unfortunately.
No, I don't think so, no.
Oh, that's too bad. I like him. I like Cincinnati. Hey, Jay Gold, I don't know if you know this, but a great way to spend Valentine's Day in Cincinnati is at a murder mystery dinner at Gangster's Speakeasy just over the border in Newport, Kentucky.
Oh.
Guests enjoy a themed meal while solving the mystery in a vintage Prohibition-era setting. But you should probably skip that. You spend enough time killing views and subscribers once a week as it is. Hey, what doesn't belong and why?
Oh, it's back! Oh, I didn't know we were getting that. All right.
What doesn't belong and why?
I bet you thought I was going to cut it off there, huh?
We didn't expect that one, yeah.
I didn't. What doesn't belong and why? You guys ready?
Hey, we're ready.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. A, Mamas and Papas lead singer Cass Elliot. B, U.S. Olympian Lindsey Vonn. C, Jay Gold. What doesn't belong and why?
I'm going to go with Lindsey Vonn because she got airlifted out of the Olympics. That's my guess.
Oh, I think how it's got to be me. I don't belong in here.
Well, that's what I mean. You did get it, but for all the wrong reasons.
Oh,
you see, while all three are associated with choking, Mama Cass is her likely apocryphal cause of death, Lindsey Vonn by getting injured in several Olympics, and Jay Gold every time he has to write his intro to this show. The answer clearly is Jay Gold. Because unlike the other two, he's the only one that asks for it in the bedroom. Okay, gotta go, bye.
You gotta ask for permission, I get it.
I have paid certain ladies of the night for could a physical altercation at one point, but whatever, Stan.
We're past that now, Stan. Come on.
Yeah.
This is a new era, just like in NXT.
Yeah, grown man.
Grown man that takes his 10-year-old daughter to wrestling shows.
Right. Oh boy,
she is 10, right?
Yeah. By the way, he brought the hammer on you to the
No, he was. I mean, that's fair.
Bringing the hammer.
I put it on myself. I put it out into the ether that I've never had a Valentine's Day date. So it's been 32 years, guys. I don't think we're getting it near 33. But if you guys want to be my date, we could talk some wrestling.
But believe me, they're overrated, and we're going out at 5:00 in the afternoon for dinner on Saturday. So
did you have to make reservations? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Trying to avoid those what do they call it, like price fix menus? I think that's such a scam.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Father's Day menus, garbage.
You get that late tax and you're like, where did that come from? No.
Yeah.
Just because it's a holiday. Screw you.
And they make you pay, everybody's paying like $100 each, and you're like, but I didn't get anything this year. This is all, you don't even have steak on the menu.
This is why I stay single, people, so I don't waste $100 on women.
That's right. Sometimes it's a good idea.
Sometimes.
So let's kick this off, because we get Joe Hendry, our new champ, and we believe and you were excited about him winning the title. But what made me more excited was that the Vanity Project are the first feud. I'm in. They bring those two idiots out.
What did we say when they were working as just Evolve talent on NXT? Call these guys up. They're a legitimate heel team. Put them on NXT and they'll fit like a glove. And look what happened here, Jay Gold, tonight. They were all over NXT. The Vanity Project took over this episode. And that was the biggest takeaway for me on this episode, was them just being all over the place.
Well, I was going to say, besides them being, this whole show was all over the place tonight.
True.
And it was like they tried to cram in like 3 weeks worth of stories into one night. And you get the Vanity Project arguing, you get Jackson Drake getting a title match, you go in the back and you get ZaRuca trying to stay together. And that's all in the first like 10 minutes. And you get Stone and Carver arguing, and Stone is telling everybody he wants chaos. And Carver's like, oh, you want chaos? I'll give you chaos.
And we embrace it.
And it's insanity. So
it is. And that's why we like watching NXT compared to other brands, because if you watch a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown, half the time it's going to feel like it's dragging.
And it feels like it's dragging because it's always the same stuff. The best part about NXT is you don't get the same format every week. It's a completely different format every single week, and I am so much more appreciative when I watch NXT now that it is not formulaic. There's one thing that I have a gripe with, and I'll bring it up with you later, but I feel like they really write this show and they're like, let's try a bunch of stuff and see what happens. And
isn't that how you should approach a developmental brand?
100%.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's still a developmental, even though you look at some of the talent there and you're like, oh, they should probably be on the main roster. Still, to its core, it's a developmental brand, and you're getting that right now with NXT. When they said it's a new era, they're basically developing the new stars right in front of your faces on TV.
100%, and I really do like it and enjoy it, and I think that is part of it. And you get all these different pieces, and we go from there to the match that we wanted to see: Miss Parker, Jada Parker, and Blake Monroe, and it was a very good match. For what it was. I understand why they did what they did, but the end was a mess, and to have a count out was, to me, then give me 3 or 4 more weeks of hype so that we can have something. You didn't need to put it on and rush it on when you're not going to have a finish.
I don't know if they're rushing anything here. I think this is the kind of story they want to prolong a little bit, because maybe there's not plans for Jada and Blake to do anything else going into Stand and Deliver, because that's ultimately what they are building to. I know they got Roadblock. I know they got that big show in Georgia, right? In a couple weeks.
In Georgia, yeah.
So that maybe they're setting up a match for then, but you do know why this happened. It's just to prolong the feud between these two. I mean, obviously people are going to be frustrated with the fact that there wasn't a finish, but I think sometimes non-finishes are good, and this was a vehicle just to get to that next match, I think.
I'm with you on that. I just think since this was brand new, like, since
is everybody on delay, or is our chat just on delay tonight?
Maybe the chat's on delay.
I think our StreamYard's really fucking up right now. And Shep, shout out to Shep, co-host of Kicking Out Podcast, the newest podcast on the network.
My man. And then that's my cousin right there, my wife's cousin, Barry, who's always
who's always lurking. Question?
I don't know. I can't, I'm trying to remember what it's from. It's from a movie.
This is what happens, people. We say a lot of words and we forget what we say.
And so, I could have taken that match, or I could have taken a pull apart. That didn't have to be a match, but either way,
sure.
Blake Monroe's entrance is undeniable. Jada Parker's relationship with the fans is undeniable. Good stuff.
That's well said. Jada Parker has a unique bond that not a lot of people in professional wrestling have with the audience.
Yeah.
And it really came off on screen, too, because Blake Monroe, we talk about it all the time, plays that heel role so well. That's the perfect adversary for a Jada Parker right now. And if these two women aren't in the title scene, this is probably the best thing that you can get out of these two. So I'm all for this feud. I think both women are extremely talented. Yeah. And Blake Monroe, man, it's tough watching her on NXT because you watch her and you're like, this is a main roster act. You know, she doesn't really need to be in NXT anymore, in my opinion.
Again, though, I don't know where we would put her on the main
US title scene. I feel like Julia doesn't really have much of a direction, but then again, they're both heels, so that really wouldn't.
The main roster US title scene is an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Should they even have taken it off of Chelsea at that point? Because it felt like there was a little bit more juice with Chelsea with the belt.
So much more juice. I don't get the rush. I understand you're trying to, justify your investment in Julia.
Of course.
But she is not connecting, and it's a shame. Maybe you send her back to NXT for a bit. What was the rush to the main roster? What was your rush?
That. Yeah, you didn't need to bring her up with Stephanie. I think they kind of wanted to make that like the pairing, like the next generation's 4 horsewomen. This was the new era, but we didn't need to rush the Julia thing. You're 100% correct. Because now Kiana James, I think, is outshining Julia by her performance in the Royal Rumble and in that tag match that we saw on SmackDown. That's another former NXT talent that really didn't do much in NXT. Sure, she was a women's tag champ, but look at her now on the main roster. She's getting over.
Correct. And so they destroy everything. They destroy parts of the ring around the ring. They beat up security. They do that. And then we go to the progressive moment of the week, and it is a Tatum Paxley trailer.
AI.
Yeah, it was like the beginning to True Detective, like the craziness of the first season where they do the intro. But was that all AI, you think?
That's what Twitter was saying. I don't get bothered by the AI stuff.
I don't either. You know who gets bothered by it? Butters. He hates it.
Well, people that are creative and actually do edits, that I can see why people wouldn't like it then. Like, if that is your field,
I get it.
Taking your job, essentially. And it's not done 100% the right way.
I get it. And it hurts. It hurts artists, and I understand it. But sometimes it just gets done, and you just either go fine or you just say.
I mean, that was a good one, though.
Yeah, it was very entertaining, and I liked it. And I liked the way it felt, and I liked how they almost made her. It was very much like True Detective, and I like that.
Isn't it crazy how much more emotionally invested we are into the women's feuds on this show compared to the men's? Because when we talk about the women's feuds, we actually speak highly of it, like it's a good story behind it, and they're actually investing time into it. But we don't really ever say that about the men's anymore.
Because there's
no one there to really fill.
Sucks. Yeah, it's not great.
Well, I mean, they're getting there. They're working on it. Jackson Drake, like we said.
No. Tonight was the start of where I'm starting to see different talents show themselves. Even in the next segment, which I was going to bring up, the birthright stuff. Who was he talking about? He said, "My father feuded with him, and I can get him." And Chase and Alexis King was like, "That's the last piece."
They weren't referring to Uriah as the last piece?
No, they were talking to Uriah, and he's like, my father.
I interpret it differently than you.
Mm-mm.
So they're saying that
there's someone else.
Pillman's dad wrestled him, is what they're saying?
No, Uriah Connor said my dad wrestled him, and I could talk to him. So I'm wondering who they.
Is there any other second generations down there?
It's a great question.
Somebody in the chat might know, but then again, we're only live on YouTube, so the chat's not really live tonight.
What does that mean? What does that mean on our where this goes?
It's not. Oh, you're talking about wrestling?
No, our video, it just goes from.
It's only live on YouTube and Facebook right now. It's just not live on X.
Did they let you know that, or you?
No, they didn't let me know. I figured it out with the Junkies because I was looking for the Junkies live podcast because they're live at 6 Central every time.
Yeah.
it showed that they were live on X. Like, it's going to show people that we have a live emblem, but there's no link to it whatsoever.
Oh, that's garbage. Well,
so this episode might be a historic low for the NXT Night
I don't
Shift.
believe it. No, I believe people will come back and
the
go
playback.
to YouTube. Yeah, and play back. You know, that's just the way it goes.
And while you're playing it back, do what this thing on screen says. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. So the birthright is really starting, and then we're sitting there, and there's an ad. There's a guy in the crowd for a horror movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Why have I never heard of this movie? I love horror movies.
I thought it was a new character that they were debuting at first. I don't know about you.
So did I. I was like, what are they doing? Like, what are you doing?
I thought it was that Leatherface guy from the Indies.
Oh, the Carver. That's the guy's name. Carver.
I don't know who he actually is. I've just seen clips of him online. Yeah, that's who I thought it was. I was like, what are we doing here?
He was one of those upper Midwest, Dakotas, Minnesota type guy when Time Bomb Pro Wrestling did a lot of shows. The Carver was on a lot of shows, and apparently he's been around for a long time. And he recently retired, I think.
Oh, he's older? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. And but then they go to that guy, and the movie's called Psycho Killer, and I have in my notes coming to the theaters February 20th next week. So
are you gonna go see it?
I might.
You're gonna have to give us your official review on.
Well, there's no reason not to. I'm supposed to go see Crime 101 this weekend, but my friends are one of them's going away for the President's Weekend. The other one's got a dog that needs to be put down. Who knows?
What's President's Weekend? I'm an idiot.
Yeah, President's Day is Monday, so all the schools are closed.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't know.
And then we have the whole week in our, we have the whole week in our thing. Yeah. I have to work. I have to go to a career fair on Wednesday for work.
Hi, Butters. It was nice talking NXT with you on X today.
Yeah, Butters loves the NXT.
Yeah, he knew a little bit. He knew a little bit about the lore of the Black and Gold brand. It seemed.
He loves it. He's a big fan of wrestling and of TV wrestling in general. Yes, yeah. He'll tell you to your face.
He wants to talk WWE with you guys. So if you see Charlie Butters in the chat, just ask him a WWE question.
And we're going to be talking. We're going to be doing the Dusty Finish on Sunday night.
Oh wow!
By the way, it's going to be an all IW guide with the Great Brown Hope
and
JPJ, and it's going to. Oh no, Pluggo is doing it with us.
Oh, that's right.
JPJ's on Saturday night at the Mixer.
Well, we haven't officially announced the Mixer yet because I'm still a little questionable on the 4th. So I don't want to schedule it unless we can give a for sure for who we're going to have on that show.
And we need to get this mess solved with StreamYard so that everyone.
StreamYard's really killing our business over here. I'm not going to lie.
Right now.
And he's 100% correct with that.
Yeah, of course.
We all agree with that.
So let's get into this speed match that didn't have any intros.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was very weird. It's Eli Knight and Josh Briggs.
Wait, Josh Briggs?
Well, just signed his own death warrant.
I had to. I didn't do it last week, so I had to hit you with it this week.
Here's the thing. When it was in this kind of
context
and arena, I was fine with Josh Briggs. He had no intro. I didn't really know what was happening. Like I was.
It was rushed too. Like the finish. I mean, I know it's a speed match, so it's always going to be rushed. But didn't it feel just like, okay, that was it? Boom, bang.
So the match was weirdly paced, and then Eli Knight lands this awful moonsault, like across Josh Briggs's face.
I thought he was going to do the, what was it, Sanjay Dutt that did the stomp in TNA?
Yeah.
What's that move called? Yeah, he was trying to do that, I thought, for a second.
He came up with the moonsault and literally came down across Briggs's face. We get a win. It's the fans, I think, are kind of stunned because they can't believe that Briggs lost the match. And then Jasper Troy comes out and demolishes everybody.
I'm starting to agree with GBH.
What?
I think Josh Briggs would be a great heater on the main roster because what the hell are we doing with him now in NXT?
That's a really good question. I don't even know if I think maybe they lost some confidence in him.
I guess so. They kind of did give him that test run. We talked about him a lot. Like he was on TV a lot for the 2025. So maybe they just didn't like what they saw.
Yeah.
Maybe they're with you.
Maybe they watched the show.
I like Eli Knight, though. Even though this match really did nothing for anyone, I think Eli Knight and Ilya LaFleur would be a lot of fun.
That's going to be a great match, and unfortunately, it's one of those matches where it's not going to be enough time. And
no, And like if we could get 15 minutes of it, it'd be fantastic.
Well, I think the speed final of the tournament's always 5 minutes, but it's still not enough time. It's not enough time
for that talent.
No, it's not ideal. And then we get in the back, we get Lola Vice, the new mixed tag team. Yeah, but how? I saw the video. That wasn't Chelsea.
I don't know what happened there. We really needed GBH to let us know because I was watching AAA and I still didn't pick up on why Chelsea wasn't wrestling in that match. But yeah, they did lose those titles on Saturday night.
I'm saying why? Why wasn't why? What happened? Like
it's not like the chat can tell us because there's nobody in the chat right now.
Well, but we
a little help, guys. Little reasoning behind it.
I guess there's a lot more people who do watch our show through the.
I try to tell people this all the time, and I don't want other shows to get discouraged, but I'm more of a realist than I am an optimist, as you know, Jay Gold.
Yeah.
Most of the views you get online are because of Twitter bots. It's unfortunate truth. You got to get most of your interaction through YouTube if you're going to grow nowadays.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'm the expert here, and not really an expert because we have less than 300 subscribers.
Well, but we're trying. We're growing. We're trying.
It's not about the numbers. It's about us getting the opportunity to dive into NXT every week together.
Correct, and that's why people come to the show to talk their smack and do their thing. And okay, so we go from that, and we get Lola and Robert, and then I said I didn't even know if Chelsea defended. Then in the back, Carver just destroys everybody. And Tino, we know you're here. We love you, Tino. You're the man. You're always doing your thing. And then Carver literally destroys everything. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, he said to bring chaos. So he brings chaos. Now, yeah, I'm surprised. I said it. Yeah. I said it before.
Shout out to Tino. We know. You're always live, and you're always on YouTube.
4,000 subscribers, people.
That's a great feat by Tino. I want to congratulate him on that. Buddy.
Yeah, and I'm going to say there's a good chance that you are a subscriber. You may not know it.
This is true.
Like, everyone is probably a subscriber to Tino. You just may not know it. I'm just giving you a heads up.
If you want to get wrestling content, he's live every single day. And you're going to get that here at the network, too. It's not just Tino. It's every single person here at the Main Event Wrestling Network that's grinding out content on a daily basis. Yep,
and we're grinding as long as StreamYard works. We are grinding. So then this is what I was going to talk to you about. Then we get Dark State in the ring. Dark State's cutting their promo. Culling doing their culling thing. They're on top of the thing, right?
The perch, yeah.
Then OTM is in the crowd. And then Hank and Tank come out. And I feel like Shawn Michaels, this is the one thing I don't get, and it's always like this here, and it's not like this on the main roster. Maybe it should be a little more, but every time they do a tag belt thing on the NXT roster, it's this way. It's everybody coming out at once. There is no set feud. Nobody is getting you're not getting the shine. You're not getting the rub. This guy, the tag champs are not putting you over. It's always there's 5 tag teams that all want the belts. And
no, you're right.
You know what I mean? It's very strange to me.
I never even really thought about that, too, until you brought it up. It's true. A lot of multi-tag team matches in the men's division to where it goes back to what we were saying last year. The tag division just needed work, and they are putting that work in now. We're starting to see the labor of work, but not every team deserves a shot at the titles, especially Hank and Tank, who technically lost the match tonight.
And during that match, we had the same crap with everybody coming out and everybody doing some kind of nonsense. And every time they introduce tag feuds, it's 5 teams on, with looking for the belt.
They don't do that in the women's division.
No, they do not. Although I have a problem with that too. But
you have a problem with a lot of things.
This all introduced everybody fighting, and then Tony D came out, and I think this was more of a vehicle for Tony D to get over as opposed to any of the teams.
So is he a face? Because it looks like he's going after Dark State. At least that's what he said in the promo.
It's an excellent question, my friend. I don't know
what he is, dude. How long are we gonna drag this shit out for until I care?
Well, he did come out with his accent and everything last week and do his Tony D stuff and said he's coming after Dark State. So I guess Dark State are the villains. So that would make him a villain, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's the only choice we have, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not interested. They haven't made me care yet. I've tried to have an open mind about the Tony D situation.
Yeah. So did I. Well, he beat up some guys, and next week it's going to be the white guy who can't wrestle versus
not Jackson
D.
Drake. My bad.
Cutler
James.
Cutlery.
Yeah, he's got some comedy at least.
He does. You know what? His timing on the mic is good. It's just his timing in the ring is not.
He's the personality hire of Dark State.
Right. That's what they did. They needed the personality, and they were like, this
personality hire on the network. That's a good question.
Right. It's a very good. It's Charlie Butters.
There's not a lot of great person.
Right.
A lot of people will piss you off here. That's for sure.
Then we go to the back, and there's more Robert Stone, and Shiloh is in the back wearing a psycho killer mask.
Friday the 13th on Friday.
Oh, that's why he was.
That's why he's wearing it. Come on.
Oh. You know what? I keep
see now. It makes sense. Now it makes sense. You can't rip on Shiloh Hill now, bitch.
No, he still bothers me some because he wears jeans in the ring.
I hope he keeps wearing those jeans just to piss you off.
And then Ethan Page comes in and makes really good points with Robert Stone. And Robert Stone is like on Ethan Page's side, and I'm A-okay with that.
Robert Stone might be the smartest GM they've hired in a long time because he's actually listening to his talent. Doesn't matter if they're heel or babyface.
He's like, we need to get along, yeah.
And that's how a manager should be. Ava, that's why you were fired.
That's why you suck. You're out.
Because in kayfabe, you sucked.
That's right. And Ethan is going to fight Shiloh next week. And I mean, it wouldn't do anybody any good to give Shiloh that title. But
no. Did you pick up, though, that's a historic match? Because that will be the most title defenses for the North American title. Yeah. That's why we say the greatest North American champion in the history of that title, Ethan Page.
I'm not going to lie. He rattled off some names. And then when Robert Stone was like, here, how about TNA? And he's like, I already beat all those guys.
He's beaten everyone. Like, who else is there left for him to beat? And I had this conversation with Bill Moss, actually, on X today, and I said he was the greatest. Sauce. Yeah, I said he was the greatest, and I gave my top 5 for North American champions of all time.
Give them to me.
My top 5 NXT North American champions of all time are as follows. Number 1, Ethan Page. Number 2, 3-time champion Johnny Gargano. Number 3, Wes Lee, who had one of the greatest reigns of all time. Number 4, Dominic Mysterio, because of how entertaining his run was, and he brought it to multiple brands. And then number 5, Oba Femi, who had a 273-day reign as champion.
You're almost there. You are missing. P-Man, you're right, by the way. P-Man wrote in.
Who are you going to say, Tony D?
Where you been? No.
Who are you going to say? Who am I missing?
Yeah, see, Shep, too. He agrees with me.
Yeah.
You're right. See? It's wrong. Do not wear jeans in the ring.
See, Shep's probably as old as you are, though. Shep, I don't want to assume, so I'm sorry if I'm dating you a little bit.
It is wrong, and you should never wear jeans, something that you wear to
Dean Ambrose did it.
To bale hay. Yeah, it doesn't mean it was cool then either. Here.
So the only reason I remember that is because literally behind me there's a Dean Ambrose figure with the white tank top and blue jeans. That was his ring gear.
And I also hate light blue jeans. I hate them.
I hated Dean Ambrose post-Shield.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was terrible. They did not know how to handle him. They gave him the fucking mask. Remember that too?
Yeah, it was awful.
Oh, so bad. I'm so glad he's in AEW.
And I don't care. I'm glad he's in AEW or I don't watch it. It's great.
See, he's a young 43, so he is younger than you. Okay. Sorry, Shep.
Shep, we'll talk. So
I say once you reach 50, that's when I can call you officially old.
Yeah, I mean, listen, here's the thing. You're missing Adam Cole, who I think is the greatest and North American champ. He was absolutely amazing, and the Undisputed Era, where he held the belt, where he also was the NXT champion. I think Adam Cole belongs on there. I don't think Dominic Mysterio belongs on there at all.
That's fair.
And then you know what? I would say Keith Lee, the first guy to win both.
Yeah, but they got that belt off of him really quick. It was a moment. Think of that moment. Gosh, I hate when you bring up Keith Lee's name because I think back to some great times.
Not only do I think about some great times, I worry about the man in general. Like they destroyed,
his career.
I mean, COVID destroyed his career, but he never needed to leave. But if Vince didn't slap that stupid Bearcat thing on him, and
that killed him. And it's just like Karrion Kross was killed by Vince too.
When you think about how great Keith Lee had it at that Survivor Series, and you're like, this is it, man. You found a brand new face.
Didn't he pin Roman Reigns?
No, he never pinned him. They didn't give him the pin. Okay. No, but but everyone was like, "This is the guy." Like even Brock was like, "Look at the size of this dude."
He said, "Big boy," right when he got into the Rumble. Yeah,
and you're telling me that that's what happened to him, and then he went over to AEW and was just terrible.
Just imagine in a different universe, Keith Lee versus Obafemi.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
The meat, and those are so athletic big men too. Like they would do so many cool things.
Well, because also it reminds me because the IW guide we reviewed AIW's Alive Out of Habit from December, and the match was Dijak versus Isaiah Broner.
Dijak was great too, man.
Yeah, but the match, I said to Butters during the review, I am convinced that Dijak can't wrestle with anybody unless they're like massive with athleticism. Yeah.
Yeah. That is true. All the great Dijak matches are equal to his size. That can go.
But they're equal to his size, and they go above and beyond athletically. Every one of his matches with somebody his size becomes this athletic performance that you cannot top. Like the one he did, what was it, him versus Brody Lee, when Brody Lee was, what's his name, at Worlds
Luke
Collide?
Harper.
Wasn't that a match?
Oh, I don't remember that. You're really going back in time there. I can't think of that one. I think
Luke Harper versus Dijak. That was the one
that got a match?
Let me just hold on.
Holy crap. How am I forgetting about this? I can't believe that match happened. I'm going to have to go back and watch it.
Yes, World Collides. Dominic Dijakovic versus Harper. Luke Harper at Worlds Collide.
Wow.
That was the one where they said that's where guys started opening their eyes up to Dijak.
Dijakovic.
Yeah, because he did that with Luke Harper, and that was like one of the best matches.
Put him on the map in WWE, probably.
And I feel like, we got robbed of that a Dijak Keith Lee like trilogy when Keith Lee could have been North American champ. Like we could have had more, and we never got any of that.
And we could sit on what ifs forever too, because
but North American champion wise, that's what I mean. Like,
well, I was going to bring up Adam Cole not jumping ship. He did do some good things in AEW with MJF. I thought that tag team run was great, but nothing will ever beat NXT Adam Cole. And who says if he doesn't leave the WWE, if he's still wrestling,
I have to, but Adam Cole was always one injury away, like he is now, from never wrestling again.
Put your health first.
Sucks. Yeah. And he was, for a small guy, he carried himself large, and then having a faction like the Undisputed Era in NXT was one of the coolest goddamn things ever. Yeah. The fact that they leaned into it all the way and were like, you guys are all in a Ring of Honor together, we're going to call you something like that.
Is that the first and only successful faction in NXT history that didn't translate to the main roster?
None of them went.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
amazing. Crazy. Because they had a Hall of Fame run with the Undisputed Era in NXT.
Yes, to have Adam Cole, Red Dragon, and Roderick Strong all in the same faction winning every title. Never felt the need. Well, a lot of it was COVID, and then a little post-COVID.
There was never fatigue with them. Like, it never got stale.
Right. Yeah, and every time one of them got hurt, they just gave the tag belts to a different guy. Like Bobby Fish was always out, and Roderick Strong had the belt with Kyle O'Reilly. And who knows if Kyle O'Reilly would have gotten hurt, like and been. He's kind of neutered in AEW just because he's hurt too all the time. Was the injury what killed his push with Mox? Yeah, definitely.
Damn, I hate that because he got a win over Mox, which is huge in AEW.
Yeah, just another guy who couldn't, unfortunately, the injury bug he just couldn't put it all. Give me a long stretch. You know what I mean? Red Dragon. What's funny is when we say that Red Dragon had such a long stretch of success throughout the tag team world in Japan and in the Indies. And then when they got a little bit older, that style just caught up with them, and they even tried to do
that run in AEW, and they just never could get it going.
I mean, have you seen Bobby Fish lately? He looks crazy.
I have. I have. Crazy. Oh, now all the comments are trickling in. They all come in at once for some reason.
Yeah.
It's a very off day for StreamYard. P-Man said been busy watching the...
Okay. You didn't? No, Ram Man is in it, but you won't see him in the trailer. He's in the poster.
I think Tino was probably talking about Oba and Keith Lee. Definitely a dream match. Dijak got robbed of a great main roster run. Got drafted to Raw and then got released. That is true. They never gave him a chance on the main roster.
Yep. He never got it. Never got what he should have gotten. And I got to say, Shep, I don't think he will get healthy. I think it's over.
I think it might be over, unfortunately. NXT's still good. I know we talk about it a lot and reminisce about the
but we don't talk about it like now it's shitty. We talk about it as there were some NXT went through some amazing changes and had some incredible talent pass through it as when it was black and gold. I mean,
it wasn't a developmental brand for like 5 years. It was a super indie.
And what'd they say? Vince hated it being.
Oh, that's why, because it was a super indie. We knew what it was. Indie. Yeah, every takeover you went to, every single match was a 5-star match, pretty much.
And yes, like to have Gargano and Andrade,
Velveteen Dream, Ricochet.
I was going to say to have a ladder match.
So many names.
Velveteen Dream Ricochet.
That's another what if. We could talk about that forever.
When Ricochet flipped over the top rope and met him on the ramp was one of the best things.
What a spot.
I mean, even the guys who hate WWE, the tribalists, you can't tell me that didn't look like the coolest goddamn thing you've ever seen.
So smooth.
Yeah. Like
Ricochet had so much aura coming in from the indies when he came to NXT that match had a lot of hype.
They let him have that aura. That was the thing about NXT with the indie guys. When they brought in like Itami and
How about this spot with Adam Cole? That was one of the best spots, too, that Ricochet had.
When they brought in Itami, Balor, Neville,
Austin Aries.
All these guys who had aura in the indies, and they were like, you know what? You guys are going to rock and roll.
It's a good point, too, by Shep. But Shawn Michaels is going the NIL route now.
Well, but I also think they made Shawn Michaels has to work with a different style.
Yeah.
And Triple H has the pencil on Raw and SmackDown and doesn't do dick with it the right way. So.
TKO's got him by the balls. I don't blame Triple H fully on the main roster.
What do they have him by the what? But what
they
means
control everything?
So he can't book shows.
Oh, I'm sure he's booking, but I'm sure there's some things that TKO is influenced on. I mean, look at the blackout issues right now in Vegas for WrestleMania. You didn't see the reports?
No,
they're not going to air WrestleMania at the casinos and hotels.
Why
because
not?
They want people to go to the show. Because the ticket sales are very low right now.
Because he's charging people $10,000 for
that
to a wrestling
and who
match.
wants to go back to Vegas? It's 2 years in a row. Who fucking cares? And then next year they're going to Saudi Arabia.
No one will watch. It'll be just as bad as the Rumble. Like
I hope AEW, please. And I know this is a WWE show, NXT show. AEW, please run a big show that weekend in America. I will go to it.
They'll never give us a show and credits credentials if you keep bringing up AEW on this show. Don't try to burn it down.
I applied for Elimination Chamber Media. I've applied to AEW Media. They both said no. It don't matter. I'm going to keep trying. I'm live almost every day now like Tino. I'm unemployed and sober. Woo!
We need StreamYard to work. So if a StreamYard works, then you'll be better off.
Holy shit. $45 a month StreamYard and not this what we get?
Bags of shit. Anyway.
So we have a referral link in every episode that we upload.
But you know what? Talking about that North American title thing, that's a great conversation, and I really think that the only thing I would do is definitely pull Dominic and put Adam Cole. But you're pretty much spot on, and Ethan Page definitely is the top of the mountain now.
Dude, I know my NXT. If there's one brand I know that I've been there from the beginning, it's NXT.
Yeah, and then we get this Joe Hendry Jackson Drake match, and I have to say this was a good, simple match that had no garbage. They threw out the Vanity Project. You needed your champion to get a clean win. He got a clean win. Jackson Drake shined as well. And then you had Ricky Saints do his run-in, and that was it. And that's exactly they put it in the middle of the night, like in the middle of the card. They didn't put it as the main event, and you didn't oversell it. You gave your new champ an opportunity to get a win under his belt. Good quality match. Like nothing that I have any issues with.
Too. Yeah. Like they just one of those matches that checks all the boxes. Everything was accomplished that needed to be accomplished. And Jackson Drake was the perfect first opponent for Joe Hendry because he's super young. He's got the Evolved title, so obviously he wasn't taking that NXT title off of Joe Hendry. You know Joe needs a win. And I think their styles actually kind of clash pretty well. Jackson Drake can go, man. That kid's got something. Those Vanity Project kids are special. And I really think they got something here with Jackson Drake. He could be, when we talked about who's the men's talent to step up, Jackson Drake's that name that I think in Keanu Carver that stand out to me right now.
And I don't disagree with you. I think it was good stuff, and I liked how it played out, and in the end it's exactly what I wanted, and that's that. I said I was excited for the main event, and I thought we'd have even more time for it. But then they put this tag match in there, Vanity Project versus Hank and Tank. I didn't think it needed so many segments, And then they went back to their old, crutch and had everybody come out again during this match. Every tag team.
That really bothered you. I can tell.
Yeah, because it's the same. It's lazy. It's starting to get lazy. Now that I noticed it, now I can't stop noticing it.
Now I'm going to be noticing it. But the thing I actually noticed live during the match was the improvement of Hank and Tank. I think it showed that their trip to Japan actually helped hone their craft a little bit. Felt like the timing was better in their match here. And the Vanity Project and Swipe Right, whatever you want to call them, we know those kids can go. Hank and Tank connect with the audience, and that's something that not everybody can do. And I think of Hank and Tank, I think of a main roster tag team. The main roster truly does need some fresh blood, I think, especially Monday Night Raw. Hank and Tank, I don't know if they're going to be positioned to get those NXT tag titles at the next match, but that's a team that I think is honestly ready for the main roster call.
I just, when you talk about the main roster, I have no idea who's going to take the belts off the Usos now. None.
New Day.
No idea.
Probably New Day.
No, not going to be New Day.
I mean, who else would it be?
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
American Made is not being built at all, and they're on Monday Night Raw.
They're done. The Creeds who have so much potential.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Booked into squat and garbage. They just what's it called? Alpha Academy just lost, so they're done.
Right. Who else is even in that Raw tag team division?
That's what I'm saying.
Now?
There's nothing.
SmackDown has all the teams, but then again, they're using Profits in NXT. The Machine Guns are doing other things right now, I think. Like, I don't know, man. See, look at how delayed. Now we're seeing all those.
Yeah. How do we get this back? This is part of our show.
Yeah, this is killing the vibe of the show for sure. Because we're seeing comments 10 minutes later. He said, "I'm unemployed and sober kind of night." Yeah, that's how it is over here. It'd be like that, Tino, for sure. So yeah,
my dude Shep is what's up. By the way, he knows what I'm talking about. He said lazy. He knows. That's
I guess that could be the tag team probably. Yeah, with Breaker being hurt. I could see that, Brett, for sure. That's probably what it's going to be, even if you don't like it. It sounded like you didn't like it, but now they might have to pivot to Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins.
There's too much. I don't know.
That hernia is bad.
Yeah, I don't know what to. Yeah, you're on drunk on the Olympics, Kyle. That's you're high on life.
Oh, I'm not drunk on the Olympics. I don't like the Winter Olympics. Hot take.
I don't like it either. There's not a whole lot I can.
Yeah, I'm a Summer Olympics guy.
Yeah, I leave the Winter Olympics on all day, and it's like the same thing over and over again.
It's the weirdest sports that, like, how do you train for? Like, where am I going to go luge? Oh, I'm going to go down the road and get on the luge.
Luge is even weirder. Luge is not even as weird as the skeleton, which makes everybody go down face first. That's the weird one.
The winter sports are just odd, and I don't know how you get into them, and if you enjoy them.
I feel like all the skiing is the same. Like all the skiing. It is. And they're like, all right, this is the big air. This is the men's big slalom.
And then they do a little flip.
And you're like, what did I miss? Like, Shep, I'm down for men's hockey. I'm with you. Like,
and the women's hockey team took care of business today.
Yeah, they kicked the crap out of them, but
curling's fun. I'll give you curling, bro.
You know what the problem is? I'm going to miss the finals. Did I miss? Because I think the finals were today or tomorrow. Yeah, we made it to the finals of mixed Americans first time.
Yeah, I saw that team. They were competing against Sweden yesterday. I think it was.
Like ice shuffleboard is weird to get that.
I think it's great,
and there's so much of it. By the way,
well, there's a place in Green Bay that has it, and I want to go to it.
But there's so much of it. It's almost like when they're like, we need programming, and it's like, when they need a comedy, it's like we have Seinfeld on syndication, they just air it everywhere. It's like we need programming during the day. Let's do curling. Well, bear down. Who won? Did the Americans win?
Yeah, or did the I would assume that they won. That's Brett, by the way. That's producer Bert.
Oh, hey Brett. Yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah,
it's all right. You know who that is.
Yeah.
He's
so did they win or no?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. Brett will probably answer it for you though. Ice
shuffleboard.
It is. Yeah.
What else would it be? I mean, I think it's ridiculous.
We lost. Boo.
Well, we got a silver, and that's the first time I think we've ever got that far. So
Swedish porn changed my life back in Nam. That's a semi-pro quote. That's a deep cut for all the people out there.
But
that's what I think of when I think of the Swedes, is Swedish porn.
But everything is big air and big slalom and giant slalom. What's the difference between slalom and giant slalom?
One's bigger than the other.
Oh, they choked on the last stone? Was it the last end?
Was it the Robert Stone?
Robert Stone, yes.
You were in a Nam, you jive trick. I knew Brett would understand that quote. That's why he's here.
Well, Well, tomorrow I have to be in the city, so I won't get to watch the Olympics either. So I have to figure out which shows. Like, there's nothing I really want to get home for. Like in the summer, track and field. I want to get home for the sprints. I want, I like to see that, like that kind of thing. This has got nothing that I don't know. The moguls look like they're falling.
Like I see half these sports that they have in the Winter Olympics. I'm like, why can't you just put wiffle ball on TV? Like, all I'm asking is for you guys to put wiffle ball on TV because it's more entertaining than half the shit.
Next summer, you got the Summer Olympics. You got flag football. So why can't we have wiffle ball? Wouldn't it be great to have wiffle ball?
Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great to see Mr. OTM and Ian playing wiffle ball on your screen?
It would, and I bet you there are guys who, and like I think you were ranked right, but I bet you there.
I was one win away from getting on ESPN. One win. Yeah.
So disappointing.
And we went to extra innings in that game too, but might I add. Tough.
That's pretty dope, by the way.
Yeah, I was that close to getting on ESPN for playing wiffle ball as an adult, people. That is a real thing. I'm the owner of the new wiffle order. Shout out to that. Give me a 2 sweet. Come on. You're going to be co-owner.
I'm in.
Right.
I know P-Man loves the fact that you play the wiffle ball, so I think
this is the formal announcement that Jay Gold has been named co-owner of the new wiffle order going into the 2026 season. He will help with game day operations.
I can play. I can actually play. I'm not.
We're gonna fly you in for a game. I'm putting you on my Kermit roster, which means you're on the sub list.
Can I tape the bat?
No, that's illegal in this league. We used to tape the bat in one of our fast pitch leagues that had the full hold balls.
Yeah. Oh, but you don't have.
We use the half ones. The half ones.
The ones that you could throw a knuckleball with.
No, yeah, you can get crazy with them.
I love those. I throw a knuckleball with a wiffle ball. All right.
I wonder if ZaRuca can throw a wiffle ball as well as I can.
Well, let's get to that main event because the main event it was great. I think the stipulation is dumb as hell. Instead of doing tags, just have a 4-way. What does it need the tags for?
Yeah, well, I'm not a complainer, but I will complain about that. That's a stupid stipulation.
Right, so I'm saying this is a tag match. The last person tagged is going to get the pin.
It was just to enhance the ZaRuca split.
You could have done that anyway.
Oh, I agree. 100% there's other ways to go about it, but you know why they did it.
Yeah, it turned into nonsense.
The match wasn't nonsense because, dude, when I was watching Kendall Gray and Soul go at it, I don't know if we've had a singles match between those two. I don't think we have, but I want one.
For the future of the women's division, everywhere on both rosters, on all the rosters, those 4 are going to be all over the place in the next year and a half, 2 years.
You know where I see Ren really succeeding is on the main roster because I think she is so strong character-wise that she will get over in backstage segments. Hell, I wouldn't even mind her in a GM role on the main roster. I think she's that entertaining. Her in-ring stuff is kind of technical, which doesn't excite me too much, but I think that her personality shines brighter than Kendall Gray's, and that's where she's going to excel in the future.
Maddie WrenQCC, is that her?
That was her old
indie name?
Yeah. Yeah. Now she's in the Fed.
But Kendall Gray still wrestles like an indie, like a male indie wrestler. Like she can do things that her and ZaRuca can do things that most men on the main roster cannot do.
Kendall might be the smoothest wrestler on NXT.
And listen, we were saying it before stupid Meltzer and Alvarez, who brought it up one day. We were saying, because we do this every week, we were saying it before they said it. And then I see Dave Meltzer like, that Kendall Gray, AEW should throw a buttload of money at. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. They should throw money at him. Shut up.
Nothing pisses me off more than two dumbasses like that say something months later that probably everybody that has a brain has said on their own podcast. Because I know we're not the only ones saying it.
But he goes there because he's saying it because he's in such an AEW mark that he's like, oh, AEW should give her a ton of money. And do what with her, Dave? What are you're so
Ring of Honor.
Right. They then never to be seen again as
Correct.
They go. Which match do you have in your limited amount of hours AEW has that you're going to actually get Kendall Gray into a title scene that's going to last for a long time? I haven't seen Mercedes in ages. Where is she?
That's a great question. But the WWE, that's why they're going to have a leg up on AEW always, is because they have the developmental
6 women's titles too.
And they could scoop up these people at a young age. AEW is going to do it and going to shove you on ROH behind a paywall.
Like Billy Starks,
tough to get over.
Who is just upset to be in the ring, who never wrestles enough. And Billy Starks, you never see again except for they bring her out of the closet for 5 minutes to wrestle Mercedes, and then they put her back in.
Aren't they still making her look bad too with the Athena stuff? Isn't she still getting kind of?
That's another thing. Athena is one of your biggest stars, and you have her sitting in Ring of Honor.
We've talked a lot about AEW tonight on an NXT podcast.
It doesn't matter. It all blends together because you have such talent as a ZaRuca and a Kendall Gray going one-on-one in the ring tonight. And tonight was exactly how Zarya should wrestle. She showed off so much strength. She wrestled as a bulldozer like she was supposed to. And unfortunately, she didn't get the win because she's bigger. She was off kilter. She got off balance.
That was good.
Fell into the ring. She lost the tag. ZaRuca, by the way, that finish was awful.
Executed. It was okay.
She landed on her. She never even caught her.
I didn't really notice it.
Yeah, she fell on her. It never worked.
They did a good job, I feel like, covering it up, though.
Yes, they did. They did. But
that's probably why.
And you're right, Shep. She should be on TV every week.
Yeah, instead, I don't know how she's not on Dynamite. Yeah.
And then I get Tekla, who and who Mr. Cincinnati has scolded me a million times about.
Oh, I don't see anything.
I get nothing from Tekla at all. No. Nothing.
All three of those girls in the faction are doing the same thing.
Yeah, I get zero. And so if you had somebody
There's characters in WWE.
Yes. If you had somebody like Athena on TV every week, you wouldn't need to waste your time with Tekla and you'd have Statlander have a real challenger. But
well, on the other side of things, here on Tuesday nights, ZaRuca's being elevated, Zarya's being elevated, Kendall Gray's and the women's division, Blake Monroe, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, we can go up and down.
If you want, you can bash WWE for anything you want, but what you can't bash them for is the development of their women's roster. All of them. All of the women. All of them. JC Jane is a bona fide star who was in a mediocre faction that turned into a 5-star faction.
Yeah.
She is now the leader of that 5-star faction. And then you get and then you have down the line, the women in her faction are ready to take over if they want to take over. You have you have women's tag teams who are ready to go. You had 4 women in the ring tonight, all who could be a main event on NXT. I mean, look, the men is not booked as well. The women, this was Dynamite. We all know Saul is going to win that belt. And then you're going to have the breakup, and then we're going to get something going on. That's what's going to happen.
I'm not sure.
I'm not saying right away. I'm saying she is going to win that belt.
Oh, eventually, yes.
It's coming. Whether it's this time or next time, she is winning that belt. So get used to it.
I mean, is it going to be Zarya maybe tries to cost Soul, but accidentally helps Soul win the title? That could be something.
Could.
That's a different way of going about it instead of doing the obvious,
Yeah, could. Could win the belt. Doesn't need the belt. Could get it, doesn't need it, might need it.
But that's the future of the title. It's going to be ZaRuca, and then it's going to be Zarya. And then after that, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Blake Monroe or Jada Parker.
Yeah.
I think is your line for the year.
Yeah, I think that's your feud going into the summer is going to be Zarya and ZaRuca.
It's gonna be money.
And yeah, it's gonna be money. And you're going to see a lot more of them on regular television, too, I think, on WWE TV all over the place. But, yeah, as of this week, this was a fun show. It was as ridiculous as it comes. There was so much going on that, I don't even know what to say. There was so much, so many stories interweaved, put everywhere. And it turned into a really good show. And I look forward to next week. But
yeah, they did a good job at getting me to care about next week. And that's something that a lot of weekly television doesn't do across the board, is give you a reason to tune in because they know they already have you.
But another thing you have to think of is, and I'm going to give them credit for this, is they're changing the entire way the show is running because Robert Stone is now the GM. So
it's a good pivot.
Yeah, you could do something different. Hey, what an idea. You have a different GM, something different happens, go figure. They're all not Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, the exact same guy.
Carbon copies.
Yeah, they all don't act exactly the same way. Go figure. Face GMs. Oh, my God.
And that's why NXT is great, because they have the ability to try things, and they are going to more than likely succeed when they do try a new thing.
Yeah, and so unlike StreamYard, they are going to try to do
fuck you, StreamYard.
Yes.
What are we doing here? An hour of great wrestling conversation.
Yes.
And we couldn't even talk to the Twitterverse. Unreal.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it back. But
you better
anyway,
get it next week or for Kayfabe Coffee on Thursday. I got a lot of content.
You should email tech support and find out what they're doing.
I might have to because this is my job now. So
yes, you should. StreamYard should be reachable, and you should say, "What the hell, guys? What are we doing?"
They're cornholing us. That's what they're doing. Bastards.
Cornholing.
Yeah. You've never heard that phrase?
No. What does that mean?
That's bags out here. That's a game. Cornhole bags.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a phrase we use in the Midwest. Apparently, it's not used in the East Coast.
By the way, I'm in StreamYard. There's a help center, and you can actually go in and ask.
You're reaching out in the middle of the podcast. Why don't you at least just tell your listeners what you got coming up this week on IW Guide?
All right, so our man Jayhawk is out for a few weeks. He is nursing himself back to health. So we all wish Jayhawk to get better.
Wait, what's going on with Jayhawk? He hasn't been feeling well for a while. So he's handling a few things. Yeah, it was great conversing with him on Kayfabe Coffee.
Yeah, he's out for a while. So me and Butters. So you get that chemistry that Butters and I have built over the last 4.5 years. But we reviewed AIW's Alive Out of Habit, and it was a lot of fun. And next week we're gonna do GCW's that superhero showdown thing that they did a couple weeks ago live from.
I haven't watched GCW since we went to GCW. I've never been more out on that company.
I know, and I find myself at GCW shows often because there's so many of them around here that I'm just like, sure, I'll go.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling's wrestling at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, so check it out. It drops Thursday morning. It's me and Butters, and we're reviewing the AIW show, and it was a lot of fun, just the two of us crapping around for an hour. So
I'm sure that'll be fun banter. So make sure you check that out at IW Guide 1 on all the socials. I will be live once again Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, recapping AEW Dynamite for episode 6 of Kayfabe Coffee. And I do have some breaking news that I'm going to share here on this podcast. JPJ will be joining me Thursday morning for Kayfabe Coffee. So I got my third guest in 6 episodes for that show. So not too bad. OTM might be live Thursday, might not. We're kind of talking about it because it's really is a weird week right now in the WWE and for AEW. AEW is building the Grand Slam, so maybe we'll talk about that.
Aren't they doing isn't there a show this weekend?
Saturday in Australia, Grand Slam. So
is it live? Is it pay-per-view? Is it on TV?
It's not going to be live. It's going to be taped, and then they're going to air it later.
Air it later when? Where?
After the All-Star game again. They do this every year. It's
on Saturday night they're going to air it? Oh, so I'll get to watch it for free?
Yeah, it'll be on TV on Saturday, so we'll definitely be able to check out Grand Slam. But make sure you check us out at Pot on the Mark just for updates on that. But other than that, I'm going to be hiding in the shadows this weekend. I'm going to visit Ian and Brett in Indy on Saturday. So we're going to have a good time and watch some wrestling. So that's all I got coming up this week. So
awesome. And
we'll be back.
Oh, wait a minute. The Dusty Finish Sunday night. Don't forget the Dusty Finish, 7:30 Eastern Sunday night. It is myself, Butters, Great Brown Hope, and Pluggo. And we are talking AEW, and I think that's what we're going to do with our roundup. I think we're all going to pick an AEW.
Oh, we're going to keep it AEW centric. I don't think GBH is going to watch AEW.
He could give me whatever he wants. I don't mind.
I'm not some Triple H shit. Maybe he'll tell you why.
I don't know if I'm going to watch AEW. Who knows? You know,
he might be doing some shit.
There's not a whole lot of wrestling this weekend, Kyle. Speaking of shows, because of Valentine's Day and stuff, there's not a whole lot on as far as IWTV and on Triller. So.
Good weekend for me to go away, then.
Yeah, you picked the right weekend. So
vacation.
That's that.
That's the episode. We'll be back next week. See you guys next week on episode 45.
Later.